I swear.
Joshua, okay.
Eliminate. Nobody's ever picked him. I've never gotten his top 3.
You got to start picking better, man.
I pick good. You guys don't like them.
You pick 2.
I pick good. I pick them. I pick good. I pick them.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast. We're coming in at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Monday morning. Welcome.
The ice cream truck is the most perverse thing on this planet. Maybe not on this planet.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's definitely top 20.
Wyatt was like, where the heck did you get pizza? And I'm like, I don't know. It's been in the fridge for a while.
Luke falls in the pit, and Darth Vader uses the Force to hit the switch, and goes, "Oh, too easy." He's got so much sass. I'm like, all right.
There's a lot of good
stank
moments.
on that.
Dude, I can't take it.
Later.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you about.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, open it up.
Oh.
Restart.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast.
Thanks for being here, all you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs.
Wyatt, you're
And
feeling
all you
better
crazy
this
crack
week,
dads.
though, yeah.
I am feeling a little better this week.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do seem like it.
I got a little bit more energy,
Mm-hmm.
a little less, constipation.
Yeah.
You and the prune juice. Lay off the prune juice, my guy.
prune
He hasn't
juice-
started the prune
I
juice
haven't
yet,
started
from what
the
I
prune juice
understand.
process yet.
Oh wait, you didn't? I thought you said over the weekend you did something.
No, I haven't had any prune juice. I don't use it unless I really feel like I need to flush out my system.
Mm-hmm.
And I wait for like the weekend. I wait for a Saturday. You got to have it. Look,
Free
y'all,
time.
Yeah,
look,
but then
y'all,
we're like
if you're
in
trying
the
to
apartment.
if you're trying to clean out your system with prune juice and you plan on drinking a lot, wait for a Saturday.
Wait for a
Saturday where you're chilling at home, you have very few errands, and you can just when you need to run to the bathroom.
Just zoom.
You won't be able to trust a fart for a whole day.
You ain't trusting nobody.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't trust anyone.
I will say, and this is a downfall with our apartment.
Okay.
So we both have our own bathroom. You know, that's good. Own room, own a bathroom, own thing.
Yep, that's what you pay for.
Your bathroom,
It's in the hallway.
it's in the hallway.
Yeah. It's the
You-
danger.
There's going to be a wall.
It's called the danger zone.
It's kind of like attached. You can smell it from the living room.
You gotta walk through. You want to get to your room, you gotta walk through it, especially if I've just laid down a mean growler.
Yeah.
You gotta walk through that.
It's like
yeah. Well, it's a freaking wall is what it is. But also, like, it's a part of the human experience. Practice COVID safety
Yeah.
and hold your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
COVID safety is holding your breath.
that's right. When you walk by an old person. And of course, it's a serious matter. People die. But at the same time,
Yeah,
we
I
have
will
to
die.
laugh at some point.
Yeah.
We have to laugh at
So
some
you
point.
preemptively turn on the fan,
Yeah.
spray your stuff,
Light a candle.
light a candle.
You can get some of that bedazzle stuff they put in the toilet after you poop.
Yeah. That stuff's
Stuff that
expensive.
is it really?
Poo.
Smell good stuff for
Potpourri.
the bath. For the
Poopery.
bathroom. That's expensive stuff. Why would I buy that?
That's right. You could just freaking muscle your way
Muscle
through it.
your way through it.
I want to open with a pretty interesting topic to me. And I acknowledge this is more interesting to me, but I've talked to you guys so much about this that I think you'll be interested slightly.
We'll grunt and reply.
All right. So
Eh.
I got a comment on the studio channel, one of my 21 Pilots videos, about how after the recent Summerfest show that Tyler and Josh did in Milwaukee.
I don't know why we just made hard eye contact.
I don't know.
Just go.
They did a
listening.
few interviews, right,
Yeah.
with different people, and they did this one where fans submitted questions. And it turns out we have a new piece of information about who Trash the Dragon is. If you're not familiar with 21 Pilots' new album, Scaled and Icy, on the cover and in the music videos and in a big part of the Dima lore, Trash the Dragon has been front and center.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We all know about this. He's a bluish dragon.
Yeah.
And so I cut together a few clips to kind of walk us into this new idea, and then it kind of ends with this new piece of information, which is quick.
Okay.
I'll acknowledge it's quick, but it does kind of change the whole concept. The lore. It changes the lore for real.
What kind of dragon is he?
Actually, there's freaking fans that figured it out.
Oh.
He's a morphing dragon. Sometimes he could have 4 legs and wings. Sometimes he could have 2 legs and wings for arms. And sometimes he doesn't have wings and he swims, which we've seen in all 3 music videos.
That's cool.
We've seen that version of Trash in all 3 music videos.
Is he as cool as Puff the Magic Dragon?
He might be cooler. Let's watch.
He might.
Might be.
That's a big stretch.
Clancy, Dead, Scaled and Icy. I'm down a rabbit hole of conversations about what does Scaled and Icy mean, the inspiration for the album title. Is this something we created, or is this a world that you guys genuinely created, right? Is this like fan fodder, or is this real?
We like to make every aspect of what it is that we create have meaning to it. I think that it's a bit of a wasted opportunity to create something. And for our music and our albums, there's always a backstory. There's always something going on.
That kind of
behind the
dragon
scenes.
with the
And
arms.
if our fans wanted to ever dig into it and discover something, there's something there to be discovered. And so that's something we've always felt was inspiring for us as we continue to create, continue to look for inspiration. And so creating these stories, creating these timelines, and just a narrative for the music to live inside of has always been something we've been excited about. So yes, to all the things you're saying, and it's all there, and a fan wants to look into it and dive in, it's there.
Which we have. This was back in May, before the album.
It represents the creativity and the imagination that I was trying to capture during the
Creativity.
record. And like we talked about how when you're confined to one space, even the tiniest detail, if you focus on it long enough, can come to life.
This is what came out a few days ago.
How did he come up with Trash the Dragon? I think he came up with us.
Yeah, he came up with us. No, actually, in Dima, a trash dragon is kind of slang for a vulture. Little tidbit for you.
Okay. So, slang for a vulture. Believe it or not, hold on, let me skip through this. So, believe it or not,
Over 600.
sorry.
Come on.
Vultures was the album cover for Trench, the album.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bird, it's a vulture. So we saw back in May, he revealed that their creativity symbolism for Trash the Dragon, like as the album was coming out, they released that information. This is recent, and I haven't heard anyone make this connection, so this is like, it feels kind of like something he's giving to the fans in a quick little bit to nudge us along. So he said in the Dima universe, it's what the people of Dima refer to as a trash dragon, as a vulture. And so since we know this is propaganda, since we know everything's being, I guess, guided by the villains for this album, well then Trash the Dragon is actually a positive force because, and we saw from multiple music videos, the bishops, the villains, they don't like this character. It's a danger to them, and they're almost using it as a slang word as far as like when you reference it. Does that make sense? And the in the song Levitate from the Trench era, there's a lyric that says, "Don't feed me to the vultures, I am a vulture who feeds on pain." And so that's the only mention of vultures in the Trench album, but it was on the cover, the vulture. Yeah. And now we see on this album, the cover is Trash the Dragon. So if we kind of take that roughly, I'm sure you can go deeper into it. Tyler said in the Trench album, which was Rebellion Against the Bishops, "I'm a vulture who feeds on pain," then maybe he's himself a vulture. And if they're saying Trash the Dragon is a slang word, or Trash Dragon is a slang word towards a vulture, that might mean it's kind of like referencing Tyler himself. You know?
It's also, something that they despise, People generally don't care for vultures, and calling something a vulture is oftentimes a negative thing. And so referring to the dragon as a vulture, they're referring to what he said in that clip, creativity
Mm-hmm.
and inspiration
Mm-hmm.
as something that their fake culture doesn't deem important.
Or even dirty, like they look
dirty
down on it.
and dangerous.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if they're saying that his creativity
Mhm.
is essentially a dirty word for what he's like, if they're saying a
It's a
trash
dirty
dragon
word.
is supposedly a dirty word in Dima,
Yeah.
essentially, that's kind of the point. And if they're saying it means a vulture, well, we saw from Vulture that it's Tyler, and we know trash is Tyler's creativity. It's literally what's going on in his mind. If you watch the Wiseworks Studio channel, I did a breakdown from the Shy Away video where I had an interesting theory about the symbolism from that music video. And if Trash the Dragon is creativity flying around inside of Tyler and Josh's mind and in their literal neuron pathways that causes the creativity, causes the inspiration, well, then they're saying that Tyler's creativity is essentially trash,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're obviously suppressing it. They're trying to control him, and they're demeaning him in the process.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting thing. I mean, no one has thought of that. No one has thought.
Picking up these things from the 21 Pilots
Mhm.
lore, which is kind of what you do.
Which is what I do.
You love to find these hidden
Well, I love
meanings.
clues.
Yeah.
I like treasure hunts. Man.
That's absolutely a clue.
yeah.
That's absolutely
treasure.
a clue.
Yeah, and it was so
Keep it safe.
quick
Keep it
because
safe.
he said Dima. He in interviews, like, they rarely ever mention Dima. They're always
Yeah.
just talking about what the album means in regards to writing it during the pandemic or something. They always keep the
Do you
Dima
think-
stuff secret.
Yeah. Do you think also why they don't talk about it in interviews as much because they have this plan of how they're going to release it, and if being that it's probably live or even like an interview that someone else has the copy and they can manipulate the footage or something, then they don't talk about it because they don't want it. They don't want them to slip up and say something or not
No.
release it in their way.
Because this has always been Tyler and Josh's idea from the beginning. The album, the Fueled by Ramen, their label they had to pitch it to them to allow them to do this.
Yeah.
It wasn't the label's idea. And so this is Tyler and Josh is kind of constructing this as they go. And I'm sure maybe they have a friend or two, or maybe a couple people that are helping them along the process. But this is not like something the label itself is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's only been one interview that I've heard Tyler talk at length about Dima in general.
Mhm.
And it was during a podcast with fans that was just audio only for the Discord link. Or the Discord, I guess they call it a Discord link. Is that what they call it?
Sure.
But they essentially created a link for 21 Pilots fans where they break down all the Dima stuff. And that's the only time I've heard Tyler come on and talk at length about Dima stuff. Every other interview they did, like, it was a struggle to find what I found. Like that bit at the beginning and then in the middle and then at the end there that just came out. They don't ever talk like this. This is like anomaly stuff. And so, it's pretty cool. I think it's something that you have to contemplate now because they just made it more deep.
Yeah.
Making it more complicating, and I love it.
Interesting. That's interesting.
How do we segue?
Yeah, how do we segue?
How do we segue? Like, I mean, if you guys are interested in the 21 Pilots videos, Joe's done a couple of them on the studio channel, so check those out. He talks about this stuff, the lore, the connections, what the albums mean, and how they connect.
Absolutely.
So
if you like 21 Pilots,
if
you
you
might
like 21 Pilots, you might
you
like
might
these
like
videos.
these. But freaking, we have another topic.
We do. The topic of this podcast.
Is the topic of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Which is why people are here to watch.
And we're going to get into it. And it's going to be good.
Yes.
Can I introduce it a little bit?
Absolutely. But make sure you introduce it with the series.
So we've been doing a series, or we're going to be doing a series.
We've done one episode.
We've done one episode prior to this of a series that we're going to be doing. Best character, best weapon, best sci-fi. I don't know how he said best sci-fi character, I guess, with spaceship, with best weapon, with
we're
outfit,
mixing and
with
matching sci-fi things
to create
the ultimate character.
Yes.
To make almost like the ultimate kind of story You know, where this character has their ship, they have their weapons, they have their outfit, they have, you know,
maybe a story motivated by all of these things.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi. It's and traditionally you don't write characters like this, and it's one of the most annoying things when when you're watching something or reading something and they define their character by this is their ship, this is their weapon, which they fought a thing for. Nobody cares.
The writer gets really into the specifics of these.
When
Nerd. Nerd.
Naturally a good character ship or weapon or their outfit is something that you come to be like, oh, that's such a cool weapon that they have. That's, you know.
And we learn that through seeing or reading about what they do.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell.
Yeah.
It's a very good rule when it comes to writing a story.
It's been a frustrating thing. I know we're trying to get into this.
It's all right. We have time.
It's been a frustrating thing. I've been reading some books recently, and I swear, you guys, I've read 4 of these books. They're not very long books, and the entirety of these books is the main character asking questions and getting vague answers.
Can you give us the name of these books?
The Elemental Academy, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
So you have your sort of traditional, you know, kid goes to magic school. In this world, they have a specific kind of magic. I don't understand how the magic works. I've listened to 4 books. I don't understand how the magic works because the main character doesn't understand how the magic works. He didn't understand how the world works.
Is it written from the thoughts of the main character?
Trona.
It's not first person, so it's not like he's saying I. It's telling the story third person.
Okay.
It's so he's always asking questions. The people are always giving him non-answers, and he's always asking questions. And his friends doubt everything he says. They're the worst friends. Everybody is the worst.
And you said you read 3 of these? 4.
Yeah.
How many is in the
so
series?
why, if this is frustrating you so much, why do you continue?
I'm not.
I'm done.
In fact, today I started listening to the first Harry Potter book because I wanted to listen to a book where it's like the getting introduced into a magical academy, and it's actually got, you know, where the main character learns how to cope and isn't just asking stupid questions.
Did it feel like a Harry Potter ripoff?
No.
What about X-Men? Okay.
No. But today we are going to be doing best weapons, sci-fi weapons. Which apparently I didn't get the memo.
Well, no. When we meet, you don't listen. You listen to a sentence and a half, and you're like, I got the concept, and you're like, all right, and I'm like, you good?
I've always been.
You
like
got
this,
the
though.
information? Yes, I'm good. And then you show up on the podcast, ill prepared.
I mean,
not ready for what we're actually trying to do.
I wanted my sci-fi character to have like a cool gun, but then like be slashing through space with like
a normal sword,
with like Peter from Chronicles of Narnia's sword.
No,
or
you
like,
essentially want Peter Pan in space is what you want.
Oh, that's exactly what I want.
But the thing is, that's not sci-fi.
Yeah, you're right.
That's Peter Pan goes to space.
So when Josh was picking his weapons, he managed to somehow
get a sword in there,
stumble into like sci-fi stuff,
just accidentally.
But he wasn't going for we were going for sci-fi.
He wasn't
sci-fi.
thinking sci-fi. He was thinking weapons in general. We're lucky because he said
they
he was
all
about to
landed
pick.
In sci-fi.
He was about to pick freaking Aragorn's Return of the King sword.
Okay, I know the holy trinity of swords, in my opinion. Okay, there's
if you would have showed up with that sword on your list, I would have smacked you in the face.
What are the best swords?
No, I said the holy trinity.
Okay,
we have
Anakin Skywalker.
No, we're talking about just swords, not lightsabers.
What's the best swords?
Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Good sword.
Peter from Chronicles of Narnia.
Beautiful sword.
Beautiful. Not many people know about it. You only know about it because you're a good little Christian
Narnia
boy.
Narnia is a well-known Disney
people
movie.
Know about Narnia. Okay.
People know about his sword.
Yeah.
And then the third one is
Cloud Strife's the Buster sword. Yeah, everybody knows that one.
No, I was gonna say Jon Snow's sword from Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking about this while I was pooping today.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was on the toilet thinking about if we were to collect a couple
Swords?
iconic swords and tell the story of the swords in a podcast, what swords would we pick? And those 3 came to my mind.
Yeah.
And
Those
then I
those
thought-
are, in my opinion, the swords.
I
there's
thought,
there's some good swords out there.
Inigo Montoya's the 6-fingered sword.
No, okay, yes, there is a lot of good
no,
like
no, hold on.
dueling
That's actually a
swords,
good
like
freaking sword.
Zoro's sword.
Nothing special about Zoros.
Okay,
Okay.
but the sword from
We have
Pirates
to-
of the Caribbean, the one
Before you continue, Jack Sparrow.
Will Sparrow.
Will Sparrow, that's right.
Will Turner creates on the first movie. You know, the one that's balanced, Commodore Norrington's sword.
It's not a special sword. It's just
It's a well-made sword.
All right, we need to correct ourselves. Jon Snow's sword is not the best sword.
It's
It's a pretty good sword.
it's a good
No.
sword.
Dope.
When it
Eddard
comes to-
Stark, before it was melted down, sword was the better sword. It was made of
No,
Valyrian
that's
steel.
That's like a broadsword.
Ice.
That's
What?
Ice.
Ice.
Ice is a great sword.
It's
Yeah,
better
but
than
it's-
Jon Snow's. Jon
but it's-
wasn't.
No, ice
it's
is
only in like the first
But
little bit.
ice is a great sword. It's massive. It's huge.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's
I know,
better
I-
than Jon Snow's.
Okay,
No,
if we're
Jon
gonna pick
Snow's got
broadsword, I was
versatility.
gonna pick Braveheart's sword.
That's a great sword.
If I was gonna pick broadswords, I'm talking about like
Great swords.
like
Great swords.
yes.
In
I don't know.
Braveheart, his sword's a great sword.
That's right.
It's not a broadsword. It's a great
It's a great
sword.
sword.
It's massive. One of the big ones. The Zweihander.
Broadsword
It's
is
a
not the biggest
Zweihander sword.
Okay. We're
Joshua,
not even talking
don't
about
challenge
swords.
Yeah,
Wyatt
let's
on
go with-
I'm
freaking.
gonna
Let's go
challenge
with-
Wyatt because
Don't
he's got
challenge me on
knowledge.
sword knowledge.
He starts pulling words out of his butt like bastard sword, and he's like,
Let's
"Yeah,
go-
it's common
let's
knowledge."
get into the sci-fi weapons.
All right. So, is it all right if I start with mine because that's the
No.
current order?
Dude,
No.
Go ahead.
All right.
You went
So-
first last time.
It doesn't matter. I put them in, and we don't think about changing them. So I'm going to start again. Joshua, you finished, so whatever. The first item might be small, but it has incredible functionality.
Mm-hmm.
It's portable,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets the work done. And it's been in so much cinema. It is the Star Trek phaser sword. Phaser gun.
Sword.
Phaser gun.
Don't you guys love the Star Trek phaser sword?
Phaser gun.
It's so cool. It's like the phaser sword.
This has
Set phaser's a sword.
got like a
Set
friggin'
phaser's the sword.
We have
Yes.
3 settings to this gun:
Yes.
stun, kill,
Set phasers
and
to
essentially
stun.
evaporate
Set phaser's a
or
sword.
disintegrate. What do you call it?
That's kill.
That's,
Does this one have
no,
a
there's
disintegrate mode?
there's stun, kill, and disintegrate.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 3 settings to this phaser sword. There it is. It's really
Yeah.
portable. It's about freaking this big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hold it. It's
I love
probably
the way they
lightweight.
did these in the J.J. Abrams
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Trek. You know, the little thing spins around it.
Mhm.
So sick.
There's been multiple iterations
Yeah.
of the style of gun that this is and what it does, but I think this is one of the original models. Very slick,
I
very
like it.
clean.
It harkens back to some of those old Buck Rogers,
Yeah.
space alien blaster
Mhm.
heat ray guns.
If the hand were to have a Corvette, this would be it.
Yeah.
Wait, Corvette?
Or
no,
the Rolls
no,
Royce.
no. Queen Amidala's sword on
Her sword.
Her sword.
Queen Amidala's gun on Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
You know-
Did she have a
or
good
the
one?
First one. She's a very
Uh,
sleek gun.
It wasn't
the first
sleek,
one.
it
Which
felt
one's the first
bulky
one?
And
That's the second one.
No, the
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one. You
Yeah.
know when they're
Phantom
going up.
Menace. Yeah,
Yes.
that one's the one that goes. It makes.
Oh, it's real small.
Yeah.
It's basically
It's
a
kinda
Star
like
Trek
very,
phaser.
very
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, they're very cool.
George Lucas stole it. Stole the concept.
That's debatable.
Well, you brought up the whole thing about that one, but it's essentially the same
They
thing.
were all using those old like early, 1900s, spaceman,
Yeah.
designs.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're both good.
It's a
I'll-
good
I'll
weapon.
give
It's a
them-
solid weapon.
Yes, it is. All right, next we got
a blurry picture, my guy.
The blurriest picture you could get of Yondu's arrow.
Yondu.
The whistle arrow.
I wanted his face in it. The whistle arrow.
Wait, you picked this whistle arrow because the second rendition of this is way cooler, way faster, way way better. In the second movie with the...
Can I correct you? It's the same arrow.
I'm talking about with
It's a prototype fin.
That's a same arrow.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for when I was doing this.
I love the bigger fin, in the way that the arrow streaks around in the second one, very
faster.
spinny.
It does the same function though.
But it's faster.
Same
You can tell it's faster.
They're not. I don't know that it's necessarily faster. Like this one is very point A to point B, straight lines. The one in the second movie is very twisty, very spinny, going all over the place.
And it's because it's more advanced at this point?
No,
more
because
control?
it's a like this one is more advanced. The prototype is very spinny and leaves a long trail.
Okay.
But it's cooler.
Well, if this one's better, then this is the one we
Both
want.
are good. I love both arrows.
Sick weapon. Obviously, to function, you have to get something implanted in your head.
Yeah.
But it's
Worth
a fact.
it.
It's worth it. They have a little arrow pet that just kills people, like kill a whole team of people
Dude,
in about a second and a half.
When that scene happened,
This scene,
because we kept seeing the arrow in the first Guardians movie. We kept seeing the arrow.
Why is everyone
and I'm
afraid
like,
of this?
Yeah, why is everybody so scared of this arrow? And then he crash lands, and the mummy people from the ship come to get him, and he just destroys all of them.
Sick.
Super sick.
Oh yeah. Next weapon. This is an underrated film.
You think?
I would
enjoyed it.
agree.
I enjoyed it.
It wasn't, the film wasn't that great, but there were some good things with it, in my opinion.
Sick weapon. Against his will, this device is cuffed to his arm.
So,
and then he discovers it's a freaking weapon that he can fight this threat with.
So it starts when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10.
Yeah.
He is in fact Ben 10.
Yeah.
I like this thing.
It's cool. It's not the Ben 10 Omnitrix. You can't turn into aliens like Ben 10.
But this is cool.
It is cool.
Though.
It
it's
shoots
cool.
stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Shoots all kinds of stuff.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
And it's really accurate. It's a cool thing. You have it ready to go at all times, and it's really destructive. You just shoot it a couple times, get out of any scenario you're in. Doesn't matter how many people are there. All right, blow them up,
Kill him.
All right,
Kill him.
It goes boom.
Darth Maul.
This is the picture you picked of Darth Maul?
Yes, I'm shouting out.
picture.
I'm shouting out to the Clone Wars
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that.
because we always
As
are
somebody
just
who's-
talking about
as
the
somebody
freaking.
who watched the
See,
Clone Wars. Yeah,
see
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
I don't
it's still
appreciate
Darth Maul.
I love this
It's still
version of the
blurry too, though.
lightsaber
Yeah,
because the
other
original
sides are not the
original
same.
had this side
on both.
on both. I love the way that one is. It got holes in it.
Mhm.
I've actually.
It's an air vent.
I'm a nerd. I've designed a lot of lightsabers. I've designed lightsabers with those holes in them.
Just
Really
like
cool.
this.
Just like that. Yeah.
Sick. All right, if we were going to pick any lightsaber, the
Nerd.
double-sided lightsaber.
No way.
No.
I would kill myself
Yeah,
instantly. I'm
I
not
think-
Ray Park.
I think the one-sided's way better.
The only
It's easier
reason
to control.
the
Dual-handed,
only-
maybe. Like, two one-sided.
The only reason that fight works is because, Ray Park is a bow staff expert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He choreographed that whole fight,
I know.
and then that's something else.
And he still got cut in half.
and he still got cut in half.
Luckily, not by his own sword, though. However, the thing is, Darth Maul's a ninja.
He is.
If someone has this weapon, like every other weapon, they're going to become expert level at this weapon.
What do you think would happen if Anakin or Darth Vader picked up this
Well, the thing is,
lightsaber?
all of these people are force wielders.
Yeah.
I think they kind of like intuitively, for how long they've been doing this, would be able to stumble their way through using it.
I don't know that Darth Vader would use both sides of this weapon. Probably just one side.
Yeah, I could see Darth Vader picking it up and being like, or like cutting it in half.
Cutting it in half, using both. Yeah, this is a sick one. I don't know that this is his or if this is his brother's.
The green Darth Maul.
He's like a yellow color. Savage.
Looks
oppressed.
similar. Apparently, the red is tattoos.
No, that's their species.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His brother's. He's not. I don't think his brother, but from his clan of where they're from. Next weapon.
Which is all yours.
Oh, is this mine?
Yep. We're at yours already.
Whoo! So, Decker's pistol.
Yep.
From Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
This is such a cool looking gun.
Yeah.
It's cowboy-y enough
Mhm.
and futuristic-y enough.
Yeah.
It's super dope. It
Super dope.
It looks like what you want you think back to some of those old noir style movies, and they're always pulling out that short-barreled revolver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of got that. It's kind of got or like a 1911 or something.
Yeah.
It's got that feel to it, that detective feel, but also future-y feel.
I don't remember. I've seen the movie. Does he do the little finger spin at all?
I don't think
Because
so.
I have a problem when people do that. Like, why the heck would you be spinning guns?
No,
I know it's cool for a movie, but
I don't think he does because he's a detective, not a cowboy.
Mhm.
But he's basically a cowboy.
yeah,
He blows,
Like a space
blows
cowboy?
some people away with like a space cowboy. He blows some people away with this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sick. I like the style. It's cool.
one of
If we're talking about a
Adam Savage.
Yeah.
It's Adam Savage's favorite prop from any movie. It's
Absolutely. I
this
mean,
gun.
look at it. It's
It's
sick.
beautiful.
If we're going with a down and dirty type character,
Mhm.
this would be the pick.
This is the weapon.
But we don't know what
We
character
don't know.
we're rolling with yet. We're just gonna pick best weapon.
and I picked
so.
this instead of Han's blaster.
because this is so much better.
This is so
Han's
cool.
blaster is just a
Blasters,
blaster.
Yes.
I love the
No.
blaster. I love his blaster.
There's things that Han has done to it to modify his
Yeah,
blaster, but
Han's
this is a cool
blaster
gun.
is
I'll give you that.
modified. It's super cool.
Yeah.
This gun though is. I mean, look at it in that picture. It looks so gritty and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize. Okay, just keep going because I don't want to give away your picks. I already know what you picked. Okay.
The bowcaster.
I didn't know you picked Han Solo and Chewie.
For someone who doesn't, for someone who hates on the crossbow so much,
This isn't a crossbow. This is a bowcaster. Okay. This
Yeah.
is the traditional
why did
weapon.
they build it to look like a crossbow?
because it is
So
basically a space
so
crossbow.
So the Wookiees, you know, they're mixing primitive technology and modern technology.
Mm-hmm.
They're mixing a blaster and something, the sort of crossbow style weapon, energy weapon that
Yes.
they've used on their planet for generations.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a gun. It shoots bow, lasers,
Mm-hmm.
blaster bolt
but
type
hard
things.
to shoot. Isn't it really powerful?
It is powerful. So I guess it'd be hard to shoot unless you're like Chewie. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anyone
But I already
else
know
use
there's
it.
going to be
I'm
argument
looking at-
for one of mine, so I'm not going to argue
Well,
against
never
that.
mind. It must the bow itself must generate some form of heat or friction to give it more power, like a
It's
charge.
something.
Or
Yeah,
something.
I remember in a lot of games you charge it up and it can shoot multiple
Oh, sick.
blaster bolts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a really sick
Okay.
weapon in the
Well,
game.
we've seen it use it. If we're being honest, though, it does kind of work like a regular blaster, except it has functions that might be a little better.
that are different, that are catered to a Wookiee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next weapon. Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
So I only grabbed one photo of this because I don't like the way it looks by itself. It's just a cannon. This is the Predator's shoulder cannon. If you guys know anything about the Predator, this thing is linked to his helmet. So if you can see on his left eye, or it's his right eye,
Mm-hmm.
to the left above it, there's a little laser guided thing. And so in the movies, you'll see like the laser do this thing, and it'll tighten down into like this triangle shape on somebody's chest or somebody's head. And then it launches this huge plasma thing.
Yeah.
It rips open people's chests, really massive holes. It's extremely destructive. Very cool.
The only time
Very
I ever
accurate?
watched
Very accurate.
Okay.
Predator was like I fell asleep about 10 minutes in the
Yeah.
movie. Do you remember that?
No.
we watched.
Oh
it
yeah.
on-
Well, we were watching the second one. We need to watch the first one.
yeah.
Okay.
So
This
so
is pretty cool.
so there's a lot of Predator weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Not as many in the first movie. He has the other one I was going to go with, but I opted for this one. Is the Predator has these two extendable, almost like Wolverine blade knives that he uses when he's wanting to get up close, and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna pick that. In the second movie, he has a super cool disc that flies and comes back. He has a spear. He has all sorts of stuff in the second one, and in later movies, there's even more stuff. But this one is the iconic one.
Yeah, and
because he's
it's awesome.
invisible, and then all of a sudden, laser blast.
Yeah.
Laser blast.
Now, aesthetically, when they designed the Predator, the freaking
Dreads. Dreads on that thing.
Aesthetically brilliant concept.
Yeah.
Super cool.
The kind of humanoid shape of the body, yet the obviously off proportions, and then the dreads are just a beautiful
And
touch.
this big,
got-
massive head.
yeah.
He big brain.
He basically kind of like with this helmet on, he resembles a Klingon.
I don't know which Predator this is. I don't think this is the first Predator. This might be some other Predator. The first Predator's mask, I think, maybe looked different than this one. But there's all sorts of Predator masks. Wolf is really cool, even though he's from a very, very bad movie. He has two. He like finds one of his friends
He
dead,
puts it on.
and he picks it up, and like to honor his buddy, he puts it on. So he's blasting with two.
He's got both of his eyes just.
Yeah, just killing it.
Yeah. All right. Next weapon. I don't know about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
So in the cheesy movie Lost in Space,
Okay.
Okay.
this guy here is the guy from Friends, Joey.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the pilot character, the very cocky kind of pilot character. He's, former military.
What a helmet. It's like an
Yeah.
armadillo.
This scene, and I was going to send you the video of this scene, but I forgot, is so unnecessarily cool.
It looks cool.
It is so the movie's not a great movie,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of really cool effects, practical effects, and VFX. Some of the VFX are really bad. Some are super dope. In this scene,
I like the dual wheel, the dual barrel or the double barrel.
they're fighting space spiders.
Yeah.
And the space spiders are melting through a doorway. He opens up this case, and he's like, I forget his line. It's like, $2 billion worth of weaponry, and he's clicking this gun together. And he's like, and I'd give it all up for a can of Raid right now. And he's clicking this gun together. It inspired the way John Mark and I think about and design fantasy, like sci-fi weapons in our head. And then he picks it up, and from the back of his head, his helmet goes, ching, 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 ching. And it is the most unnecessarily cool scene.
Sounds cool.
Doesn't
in
match up
this
to the rest of the movie.
Like, I don't know. This scene is way too cool for the movie. And then it starts shooting blue laser. It is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Now, are the lasers or whatever it shoots, are they multicolored?
They're blue.
That would be so much cooler if there was
They were the
multicolored
multicolored.
and it combined to create a different, like a destructive chemical or something. That would be so much cooler that I haven't seen in a sci-fi movie.
We watched this scene. We would rewind this scene
Yeah.
so many times.
That's funny.
I almost wish we could. I wish I had it. I don't have it.
No.
But it just
It's just good.
so good. And I wanted to get something a little bit more obscure in there. And I remembered how much this scene was just so cool.
How hard would it be to go off the PowerPoint?
Why?
We could go to YouTube.
I could do it real quick.
Yeah, that's why we got a
let's take
computer
a
hooked up
watch.
to the internet right here.
Oh, don't look.
Don't look.
Don't look.
It's Blade.
Or you could just
Blade.
not show the screen. Show us.
Okay.
Going off
Any
book.
secret
All
project.
right, you guys talk while I look this up.
Just look up Lost in Space
Lost in-
rifle like spider scene. Let me see. Full screen so I can see it.
Would it be?
Probably the second one.
The second one, this one?
Yeah, it's probably bad quality, but it's
Alright,
the shortest one.
Oh.
Not the best way.
Ads.
Ads.
Don't listen.
No.
This is it. Oh, sick.
Oh, sick. Why is that so cool? And he started blasting spiders.
That is sick.
Get him.
All right, you can. This is.
All right, freaking.
And they got some really cool practical effects and some really bad VFX and some really good VFX in that movie. We need to review this movie.
Yeah,
All right, we'll
I
do
would
it.
love that.
We
We'll
need
do
to
like a
just
live stream,
full
like,
review of this
or a
movie.
watch party.
But that helmet scene,
Mhm.
so cool.
Mhm.
Why is that so cool?
Especially they caught it on the rotation.
Yeah.
As he
With the
turns-
animation of the day,
Like,
that's hard to do.
There's a monkey character in that movie that looks so bad, so CGI. But when that thing starts going over his head and he's turning and you hear the music,
That was sick. Yeah.
wasn't that sick?
It
It was
reminds-
so much.
the
just
only thing that
grabbing
com-
things, clicking,
Click,
grabbing.
click. It's
There's-
not even a very big gun,
It's just you have
but
to
it's
assemble it.
obviously a very expensive gun.
Yeah.
He says like $1 million worth of weaponry.
The only thing that compares, in my opinion, when he's like turning around, is the scene that Hulk does in the first Avengers when he's like, "I'm always angry," and he turns around.
Yeah, and he
turns
turns
slow
around and
motion.
he turns into the Hulk.
Yeah,
It is sort of reminiscent of that.
Yeah,
that is cool.
The way that scene holds up.
yeah,
that was
it's cool.
That was solid. That
it
was
got me
solid.
excited to watch it. But it's probably
bad.
part of the climax, and you've ruined it.
No. That's like middle of the movie.
All right, Joshua.
Yep.
Your weapons.
Yep.
Blade.
Okay.
Blade.
I wanted a sword. I had to have a sword. You know, you guys were picking guns. I'm going for sword. Apparently, I wasn't allowed to do any of the 3 swords, but that was fine.
This is considered sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I picked
think
this
this is
because I was
considered
going
sci-fi.
for like a katana type weapon, which that's what this is.
It's not a katana.
It's not. It's a
There's no
straight.
curve.
It's a straight.
Yeah,
it's a straight stabbing type sword. But
Stabbing.
It's similar to a Chinese, like traditional Chinese style.
But the reason why I chose this because he does use it like katana, but he has the cool grip.
Yeah.
You know, the grip. Nobody else can grip that, but him.
He's got
Unless you kind of know
there's
how to
a
turn it
special
off.
switch like
Yeah.
hidden inside the guard. It's not really
Mhm.
a guard, where you can turn it off. But if somebody other than Blade picks up this weapon, it goes. There's like a timer on it, and then these 4 small blades pop out, cut off your fingers.
Mhm.
It's
So
sick.
can't pick it up.
It's a vampire killing weapon,
Heck yeah.
killing vampires
That's sick. And
and people.
woo, I was gonna say his
Yeah.
catch line, but I can't on this
Yeah.
podcast. We're not going to.
All right.
Okay.
This is a joke.
No, it's
You're
not
a joke.
It's the smallest of pistols, yes, but the most powerfulest of pistols. The
Powerfulest.
powerfulest.
That's the most
powerfulest. Yes,
the most
It's-
powerfulest.
it's the cricket from Men in Black.
Mm.
Sick.
At least he got a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
everything Joshua does should be awarded.
this is a good one. I like this pick. I was
Yeah.
actually this was one of the contenders for my list.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious weapon. It's memorable. It's funny.
You could put it anywhere. You could
Like I
hide it
said,
anywhere, but it would
it's a
you could-
joke.
No, you can blow up anything. It's super powerful, but it's so small.
It's super powerful. You get one shootout, and you got to recover for like 30 seconds.
What if you're really good at this? Like the
Yeah.
You got to be really strong, and if
Really
you're really
good at
strong, it means your
bracing.
hands are going to be way too big for it. I'm saying this whole gun
You
is a
just
joke.
got to
What if
expect-
Thanos was using this gun?
You just gotta expect
Yeah,
the recoil.
What
He
if
would shoot his
Thanos
hand.
was using this gun?
No.
You gotta be able to expect
After
the recoil.
3
yeah.
So you
shoots,
hit him
freaking Will
you hit him
Smith
with,
expected
You hit him
it.
with one of these.
Friggin' okay. Will Smith shot it like 2 or 3 times. First time he shoots it.
Mm.
And then he gets up on the car holding it with 2 hands. He's ready for it, shoots that truck, and still flies back and breaks someone's windshield.
So,
But it's still sick.
we're planning for our midnight special to do sound effects. Is this in your sound effects? The
No.
noise the cricket makes.
No. It can be though. I can
What does it go
pull
like?
it together.
What does Kay say when he's getting out guns? He like gets out. Kay gets out like his handgun, and he's like, I forget what he says. I forget what he says, but then he hands him this. He's like, noisy cricket. It's awesome. I was actually gonna go with Kay's big blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at weapons, but I'm like, can't hide
He's
that.
like,
I
nah,
think the
this is what I'm
cricket
talking
is
about. They
That's
blow
where
that
Will Smith's
spaceship
going like
up.
this on the cover, isn't he? With the little
No,
cricket.
both
Or they
him-
both have big
him,
blasters.
him and Kay are both standing there. Boom! Shoot that ship out of the sky.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's still sick.
All right, fellas.
Next,
2
dee-dee-dee.
brothers.
Okay.
This is the second joke weapon.
What's with the Jericho missile down here?
I don't really know. This is just. I thought maybe someone was trying to say
No,
these
this
were
is the-
ex-wives.
This is the Jericho
No,
missile.
yeah, that's definitely Jericho.
Okay, well, this and this is the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to this.
This is a joke.
See, we don't get to see the full power of this weapon. in the
Honestly,
movies.
I
faulty.
believe you.
No, because the only
No,
time
no, no.
really we shoot it off.
Hush.
I'm hushing. I'm gonna fix this while you
Because-
guys talk.
Because this is Hammer Tech,
Mm-hmm.
and he shoots it at a guy who's been working for Justin Hammer in the movie.
Yeah.
And so
he knows how to deflect it.
it
or
would-
to
So missiles don't go off unless, unless certain requirements are met.
Mhm.
And so the trigger inside the missile isn't going to go off if it's going after a target that it doesn't recognize as a target.
Mhm.
So he shoots it at Whiplash, and since Whiplash is familiar with this technology, obviously
ding.
it just sputters out.
I would love to see the full power of the ex-wife. The ex-wife is this weapon.
It's got such a super dope wind up.
And the whole time when he's introducing this,
spent
he's like, we got
legit-
this, we got
okay.
this. And he's like, but we got the piece de resistance.
Yeah, this is my
why.
baby.
Okay,
This
Friggin'
is
Iron Man
Justin
2.
Hammer's Jericho. This
Okay,
is Justin
I
Hammer's
gotcha.
Jericho.
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is Iron Man 2 legit spent quality on-screen time
To introduce
to introduce this, which led to nothing, but it made everybody laugh.
It's a good joke.
It's a great joke.
It's a great
It's a
joke.
great weapon.
I don't think it's gonna make it.
It's a joke. Okay. This is, like I said, Justin
is-
Hammer's Jericho.
Okay.
So this is, we didn't get to see the full power of it.
We didn't
But
see any
if
power.
we see,
but honestly,
okay, the Jericho, imagine
It's
the
a lot of
Jericho,
talk.
but this big.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they should have brought this back in Endgame. Honestly,
what is
Yeah.
what is the what's one of the weapons you picked? The second one.
I chose
the
the
first
arrow. I chose.
Yeah. What
the
is it?
arrow.
What does the arrow do?
Yondu.
Yeah. You see it actually kill people.
Yeah.
This one we don't ever see kill people.
And they talked about it more than they talked about the arrow in Galaxy.
this is almost as powerful as that arrow. Just watch.
I
will
think
show
I
it.
think it probably would have been a really
It's-
cool weapon.
But-
And this
okay,
wind
isn't
up
it
here,
true?
this picture here, where
Yeah,
he goes,
it's sick.
and it winds up and shoots. But we've seen Tony Stark literally do the tank missile. We've seen him do this without this much.
But that wasn't the ex-wife.
No, but why do all Tonys? Every time we see Tony pull out a weapon, we see something blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Because Stark doesn't mess up. Stark didn't design.
He didn't create both pieces of tech, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're blaming it on Whiplash's
Yeah.
ability to shut down this weapon, but still.
It's a good weapon.
I think it's just because it wasn't a Stark weapon. It wasn't a Stark Enterprise weapon.
No, I think
It could have been a good weapon,
it's a good
but
weapon.
we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We might know. That'd be cool if they just showed it in like,
That's why I said they should have brought it back in Endgame, but now
yeah.
friggin' Iron Man's gone.
No, not
I'll never
Iron
know.
Man's not gone. Tony Stark is gone.
Tony Stark. Is
Iron Man will be
Iron
back.
Man
Will
be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I picked another Marvel weapon, but I got Hawkeye.
Oh, this one
This
works.
is number 3, by
this
the
one
way.
actually works.
This is number 3.
Number 3 on Marvel weapons.
Blade,
Blade.
Mm,
ex-wife.
yeah.
Now we got Hawkeye.
So we got Hawkeye's bow and arrows. I picked it
First
'cause
of all-
they're not just bows Boom.
How about that ass?
That's a close second to America's ass.
Yeah, I know. It's close second. They got look at that glimmer of light hanging off of that cheek. It passes over one cheek and hits the next after the crease.
After the crease.
Yeah, that's a work of art. All right, go ahead, Joshua.
The reason why I brought this up, not just for the bow, but for the types of arrows that he has. He's got the taser arrow. He's got the grenade arrow. He's got the
so many types.
Yeah, he's got a lot of arrows.
That one
that lock picking one.
He's got that one that the Chitauri catches, and then it like shoots a bunch of bullets.
Mm-hmm.
He does have the USB arrow. It's not even your standard USB. It's some weird like wire, like 3 things.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hot wiring USB arrow.
Like it went into a standard shield port.
Yeah.
And he got it from an angle. So that port was at an angle. So he had to be at an angle, in the vent, at an angle. And this arrow had to go straight in.
Dude, he's a good shot.
He's a good shot. He's the best shot.
He can't miss.
He can't.
And then his bow actually, like, you were saying that you can go like this.
So in Civil War, he does
with
this thing where he, like, twists it, and it becomes like a bow staff. And he starts...
Oh, yeah, that's
super
true.
Sick.
The real question is, though, real quick, I know we've been talking about the Hawkeye. Is it a movie or a show?
The show?
It's a show?
Yeah.
It's
Disney
not a
Plus.
movie?
No, yeah, it's a show.
Disney Plus show.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Because
Sure.
the trailer looked like a movie.
No, it's a show.
The trailer presented it like it felt like a movie.
It's a show. It's
I thought Black Widow was going to be a show, and it wasn't.
I thought Blade was going to be a show.
That would be sick.
It's going to be a movie.
You know, they just renounced like, a bunch of new things.
I saw that.
It's a sad day when we're like,
oh,
it's not a show.
Not a show.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Man.
I watched the Black Widow movie.
Wasn't good.
Wasn't good.
Hit up some of that Todd Hopper.
Hold on. Joe, you got something in your teeth.
What are you talking about?
This side.
Todd Hopper.
From
Stranger Things.
The same right side, wrong tooth. Keep going.
I feel like I could have liked his character.
Right there.
But we're not going to talk about Black Widow.
Okay.
I got too much to say.
All right.
Wait, did you watch the movie?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Recently.
So.
Somewhere secret. Not on Disney.
Somewhere secret and safe.
Yeah.
All right. So those are all of the weapons. Now we're going to move and we're going to rank them, argue, fight. Let's do it. And figure out what is the best
The cricket.
caveat,
The
our
cricket.
opinion, sci-fi weapon.
The blade sword and the cricket, the ultimate combination.
All right, we're going to talk
combos.
about that.
Okay,
Hold on.
I'll give you that. The cricket.
I don't think we're doing combos, are we?
No combos.
No combos?
This is a
Combos?
single pick.
But like cheese
Single
and
pick.
pizza flavored.
Yo, but imagine
Pretzel.
if Captain Don West had his but he also had a Predator cannon.
Or the ex-wife.
Sick.
On
On the other.
on the other shoulder, he's got all 3. Okay.
So let's freaking decide, guys.
Oh, man.
We've been down this road many a time.
Yeah.
Where we pull up the Photoshop
Eliminate something.
and we start fighting.
Cowboy versus alien.
I'd like to eliminate a weapon that we've not actually seen do anything first.
Yeah,
Before we
my
get rid
guy.
of the useful piece of arm equipment, which is the Cowboys versus Aliens
The youth.
arm.
Yeah,
Ben
Joshua's
10
ready and willing
the
to
Ben
get
10
rid of
wrist
mine
cannon.
first, but he hasn't thought of the ex-wife that
No, I want to keep the ex-wife. I mean, the ex-wife on your shoulder.
it
with
wasn't
a
even created by
blade sword.
Stark. Why would you want to keep that?
Okay, what here has been created by Stark?
I don't know. We don't even know.
Nothing.
Maybe Stark Industries made the blade sword.
No,
We don't know. We haven't seen the
No.
new movie yet.
that would be dumb.
That
I
would be
would hate that.
Retarded. Yeah.
I would hate that.
All right. I think we get rid of
I
ex-wife.
think we
got a lot to eliminate.
Let's just bust this bunker now.
We know the ex-wife's not going to make it.
I swear, every single time.
Joshua, you picked a dumb weapon. A funny weapon.
I
But it was
swear,
dumb.
every single time.
We don't even know what it can do. We've never even seen the explosion or anything.
Okay,
All right, last time
The Omega
all of our
13
stuff got it removed except for
from
the
Galaxy
executive
Quest.
class
do we know what it is?
Superstar Destroyer.
The Omega 13, do we know what it can do? Yes. We saw exactly what it can do in the movie.
But did they know at the time?
Mm-mm.
They had a guess.
We had a guess of what this could do, and what
And
we
it
saw
did not live up.
It did not deliver. We saw that the Omega 13 device can rewind time.
But that was a guess. That was a guess.
It was a guess, but we saw what it did.
We got to get rid of the ex-wife. There's so much stuff that is here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
We have
stuff
to get rid of
to-
the ex-wife.
There's a lot of stuff to go
All right, I'm getting rid of
through.
Are we gonna have to fight here?
it. We always fight when we pull up Photoshop. It's just a part of the process. All right, the thing I think we should definitely eliminate is probably the shoulder
Not
gun.
the shoulder cannon.
Yeah, the shoulder cannon.
The shoulder cannon is just a cheap knockoff of the ex-wife.
Except it
X-Wife is a
works.
Cheap knockoff of the shoulder cannon.
I disagree.
I've seen the shoulder cannon
Not
do
that the
many,
shoulder-
kill many people.
Not
So-
that the
and
shoulder
work
cannon.
every time.
I've just seen the ex-wife
All
do
right.
the same.
Not that the shoulder cannon is not a cool gun and is very accurate. If we're talking about a character that goes throughout space and does whatever this character is going to
That
end up
has
doing,
dreadlocks.
is the shoulder cannon the best option for them?
Mm,
Think about this. We also have to pair it with the
Actually, it probably is
executor
fine.
executor
the
class
Executor Superstar
Destroyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a shoulder cannon
Oh,
fit
is that
well
what we picked? I
when
thought
we
we
pair
picked
it
the
with
Galaxy
that?
Quest ship.
For those listening, we did a best spaceship episode a couple episodes ago. We
We
picked
went with the absolutely massive,
the biggest ship
the
that's
biggest-
known.
I
Yeah.
wanted to go with the one from Galaxy Quest.
Well,
Also a big ship, but
Yeah.
this one's way cooler.
this one is a lot bigger, and more interesting. It's basically Darth Vader's
It's
ship
Darth
from Star
Vader's
Wars.
ship.
I'll get
Uh,
rid of the shoulder cannon if we get rid of Cowboy vs. Alien. And,
why are you bargaining with me for his?
He keeps.
Let's
like,
just
Why
get
are
rid
you
of both.
bargaining with mine?
Let's get rid of both.
All right, I'd be willing to
No.
secede.
How about Bo?
That means
How about both?
each of us take one of ours out early.
Mm,
I don't think the shoulder cannon, and I'm pretty sure the arm wristband weapon's not going to make it.
Yeah, these are both fairly similar, very powerful plasma
And they're
cannon
cool.
weapons.
But I don't think they're beloved, and maybe that's why we're dogging on them.
they also, maybe don't have the accuracy, not accuracy, but precision.
The ex-wife does not have.
Well,
It did not. No.
didn't deliver. We've gone over this. Number 4 elimination. All right, well, let's start saying what we know we like. I'm feeling pretty good
The cricket.
about. I'm feeling pretty good about the arrow, Yondu's
Mhm.
arrow,
the cricket.
and I'm feeling pretty good about.
the cricket.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about Darth Maul's sword.
And the cricket.
But the thing about laser swords is that, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure the only people that use them and effectively are
Jedi.
are force wielders.
Yeah.
And so we are limiting ourselves to someone who can
We,
manipulate the
you,
force.
you're the one who picked it.
If we pick the laser sword, who's going to accurately? The only person who did it accurately without the force was General Grievous.
Okay, General Grievous.
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 is a
Grievous.
Willem
robot. For
Dafoe.
one.
Well, he's fitty.
Also, Han uses the lightsaber to cut open a tauntaun.
That's right.
Let's keep the lightsaber in consideration,
Okay. Just because it is like the most iconic.
because it is extremely
Sci-fi weapon.
iconic. What's another? I feel like I'm willing to give up the bowcaster.
Okay. Is that there's that Chewie's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chewie's bowcaster, because simply it's a Wookiee
This and
I
maybe
feel like-
that on
I
some
feel like
level
weapon. Decker's
they can
handgun
do the same thing.
and Don West's blaster he's got here are
both
more
gun.
versatile
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
than the bowcaster.
All right. The bowcaster does one thing, and you gotta be good at it. You probably gotta be a Wookiee.
Probably got to be a Wookiee.
So, adios, bowcaster.
Adios.
All right. The other thing I think we should eliminate for sure is when you think sci-fi weapons, you don't think bow and arrow.
Yeah, but a guy shooting an arrow
In space, like maybe a space traveler or space warrior, you think you want a bow and arrow guy doing that?
Okay, I would like to point out two things.
That's what I don't want a gun for my guy. I want like.
If we're talking about space arrows, it's gonna look like Yondu's.
I'm totally. if we're going with space arrows, I'm going with Yondu's arrow.
Of course. Joshua, let's just acknowledge the cricket is still there.
Yo, imagine if Hawkeye had Yondu's arrow.
He'd just be like,
he'd never miss.
Never.
Ever.
Because
he already doesn't miss.
Yeah.
What?
Imagine if
Yondu's
it had
arrow,
a little thing at the end that
Dude,
it
we have
could go
shoot
into a
grenades.
USB port.
But it doesn't.
You don't
though.
need to shoot grenades. It literally will kill a huge pack of people by running through their heads in microseconds.
He lit it on fire.
Fire.
Second movie and blew up
Okay.
an entire ship.
I'm pretty sure this is the way the arrow works. As fast as neurons fire in your brain is how fast that arrow is, which is, as the Bible refers to as speed,
What?
the flash of an eye, the twinkle of an eye.
Twinkle of an eye.
It's shorter than that.
The twinkle of an eye.
A brain neuron is firing as fast as lightning.
There's none of this. There's none of this. There's none of this.
There's none of that.
It's all.
It's just. And as soon as you give it a little
most people can't whistle. Most people can't
it's
whistle.
killing. I mean, you don't even need a bomb when something kills so many people so fast.
We don't. Most people can't whistle though.
Yeah. But,
Also, this is the ultimate protection. What if you're tied up? You just.
what,
and he just takes out everybody.
you're scared your girl got pregnant. You said ultimate protection. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, get rid of Hawkeyes.
All right, Hawkeye's gone. Also, you don't think he's technically sci-fi. You don't really think of it. Now, the cricket is a lot more sci-fi.
Hawkeye has been in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Hawkeye doesn't even have powers of any kind.
So,
And he uses like
almost none of these. Okay, half. Dawn has no powers. Will Smith has no powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you call the memory erasing stick a power? Because we know
That's not a power. That's a
Rick
gadget.
Sanchez has one.
It's gadget.
All right.
Yeah. Why don't we?
The
put
next
Rick
thing I think
Sanchez
we
on
should
him?
remove, probably the phaser. But it's small, does exactly what like a space explorer would need, and you have 3 settings, so you get to choose what it does to people.
You're right.
But
I don't know
got
that it
a lot of
has 3
options.
settings. I think it only has 2.
I watched a YouTube video.
Did you really?
Yes.
Does it actually have a disintegration setting?
I'm pretty sure someone on the old Star Wars committed suicide by shooting themselves
Star
and they
Trek?
disintegrate. Star Trek. They shot themselves and they disintegrated. Yes, I watched a YouTube video.
Okay.
There's some kind of
Oof.
disintegration
All right.
thing.
But if we're going handguns, would you rather have this or would you rather have Decker's dope ass handgun?
All right, so this is the first pit against
I
each
would
other.
have this because this only like what? What does it do?
Look at it. It's got 2 triggers.
Okay.
One for
What does
regular
it fire?
bullets. One for big bullets.
Big.
Okay, bullets.
Yeah.
Now
They're not regular bullets. They're future hyper bullets.
Future bullets.
Yeah.
We remember what we're picking has to pair kind of nicely with the executive class Superstar Destroyer.
It's kind of
Not
like
necessarily.
wine and cheese.
It doesn't have to pair with the ship. It has to pair with the person.
Well, the person's going to be on the ship. And what does the ship have? Well, we know the ship has an uncountable amount of laser guns.
It has like 250 super turbo lasers.
Yeah.
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 So we want something
So
hand
you
to
want
hand.
the leader
We don't
holding
want.
a
I want
bullet gun?
I want the leader to have a if the leader has a handgun, I want it to be a cool, awesome, almost steampunk
It's like
looking
everybody has
handgun.
lasers and the captain has like a bullet gun. He stands out.
This is it's cool, but
yeah,
it's not.
I'm not
It's not
feeling
iconic.
the
Yeah.
taser. The
The phaser?
Phaser. Yeah.
I agree. I think this gun is cooler than the phaser, but I don't think that gun is good enough to beat out these other options.
All right.
The next thing
we want a lightsaber, or no? We don't want.
All right.
We want this gun.
let's pit the two swords against each other.
Both can kill lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one specifically can kill vampires.
And
Can that kill vampires?
Probably.
everybody
Maybe.
can pick that up. A lot of people can't pick that
A
up.
lot of people can't pick that up.
I actually, although this is, people are going to think sci-fi, definitely freaking saber sword over blade. However,
If we're being
would
honest,
say-
I would choose Darth Maul's lightsaber over Blade's.
What?
but
I
the
love
thing-
Blade. I love Blade, and I would never sully his name by saying his sword is not awesome. But I would choose Darth Maul's lightsaber.
But we're already scooting too close to just a straight up Sith Lord for
Yeah,
our character.
we are. Get rid of the both.
Well, we probably will get rid of both. I'm just saying if we're pitting them together, which one holds out? I kind of like
Blade
the
sword.
idea of like a unique sword, but our character will have to be able to wield it.
He will,
Can't be Blade.
and he will also have to be killing vampires. This is a vampire killing sword. It's made for killing vampires.
and other things.
You know what? I don't think this is gonna make it to the end.
let's get rid of both.
I'm gonna get rid of Blade's sword because we got to do some fan service in this episode.
What?
Everybody
You know-
alive knows
okay.
that a blade sword is
Out
not
of
cooler
these
than a
picks, Who has
lightsaber.
the stronger fan base out of all these weapons?
Star
Probably
Wars.
Darth Maul.
Probably Star
I lost on that.
Look, now I'll give you this. How many times have Blade been cut in half? 0.
Yeah.
And you know how many
Okay.
times Darth Maul came back after getting cut in half?
Once, but he
but he came back once.
but
though.
let's be real. He did get cut in half
Yeah.
Came back as a freaking half spider.
by kind of lame Obi-Wan, the lamest Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan that did nothing the entire movie.
The Obi-Wan without a beard.
Can we just forego all these picks
And a little-
and pick Han Solo's?
we
No,
go with
no.
Han Solo's gun.
All right. I think we need to pit these two against each other.
Okay, this
Or
one's way more
these two.
powerful. This one can go anywhere. This one's way too big. You gotta click it all
we
together.
saw the assemble.
It's way
thing,
too.
though.
Yeah, but it's way too expensive.
Double barrel
to,
next to each other.
It was just way too expensive. He already said to
Okay,
assemble it.
But it's the
It-
captain of the executive class superstar destroyer.
it is expensive,
It's expensive.
but I think it has more functionality than this.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to
We're
recover
talking-
after a single shot.
We're talking precision. We're talking multiple shots. We're talking no extreme recoil.
Extreme
I wa-
recoil.
I would
That's
say we should
literally
get
the
rid of both.
point of the cricket.
Both.
It's powerful gun, extreme recoil.
Let's get rid of both.
No. I think
Both.
Josh, you're saying both when we get close to eliminating something because you feel bad and you don't want to
Get rid of this.
no. This is like the most. Well,
No,
like,
but you
so
can
far,
hide that anywhere. You can just like, I'm right here.
So far,
I'm here.
this
I
is the
could
most functional weapon.
put it in my hair. Nobody will even know.
So far, the cricket is the one that does not hold up to the rest of these.
I swear.
Joshua,
If you
okay.
eliminate. Nobody's ever picked him. I've never gotten his top 3.
You got to start picking better, man.
I pick good. You guys don't like them.
You picked
I
two.
pick good. I pick them.
I pick good.
I pick them.
Okay, you picked 2 joke weapons. You picked 2
That's not
weapons
a joke weapon. That's
that
a
were
sick
designed.
weapon.
They were designed to get a laugh.
And
Both were designed to get a laugh.
Exactly. You picked 2 joke weapons, and one of them's still here. It's competing with all these, which seems like blasphemy to me.
I'd say the least efficient weapon here is probably the cricket.
Yes.
Unless you're Captain America and you can withstand the recoil.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We don't know who's the character going to be yet.
it's going to be Spider-Man with the cricket. That's going to be our character.
That's like the worst possible thing I can think of. Spider-Man with the cricket of any weapon.
Well, okay, I was thinking about this week. How does Spider-Man, I know he's strong, but nobody can hold onto thin little strings and hold himself up.
He's got sticky hands.
It's not about that. Like, have you ever tried to just, like, okay, you can hold onto a rope and hang on.
His webs aren't like super thin.
They're about that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really small.
It's like imagine a piece of paracord.
Cut into your hand. Yeah, you can't swing from a piece of paracord.
Yes, you can.
And if you have sticky
you
hands,
can't.
you can.
You could if you had sticky hands and super strength. You absolutely could.
That would be easy.
No, it wouldn't. Just imagine holding onto something with your thumb.
He's not holding it like this. He holds it like this.
Then it's just going to slip through his hands.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, there's something shifty about Spider-Man.
He has sticky hands and super
All right, this is what we're going
strength.
to do. Next time, I'm going to get myself like a good-sized rope.
You don't
and
have
I'm gonna
sticky
show you.
hands.
I'm going to show you. We can swing, and you hold on to it. You got a grip, right? Spider-Man is still has human appendages. Doesn't matter if they're sticky. Doesn't matter if he has strength. Still has human appendages. Try swinging on a paracord, holding it like this. I'll let you use two hands. I don't give a crap. You can't do it.
You're
This
wrong,
is
sir.
blasphemy.
You can't do it.
Spider-Man
sir.
can.
Yes, Spider-Man can.
The thing is, Spider-Man's supposed to be slightly believable. What I'm saying is, why didn't they just design his webs a little thicker, is all I'm saying.
Did you say Spider-Man is supposed to be slightly believable?
Yes.
Wrong.
He's still a friendly neighborhood.
He's a kid who gets bit
High
by a
school kid.
radioactive spider.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Spider-Man?
Has
This is
super
not even part of the
strength
episode.
And yeah, this isn't... Speaking of squashing bugs, I'd say this cricket has run its course.
Well, it's made its last chirp, is what it's done.
It's a good weapon. I
Chirp.
agree that it's a
God.
cool weapon, and I truly love it.
Yeah, it's chirped its last freaking.
I don't think it has the functionality.
Okay, well, when I have a cricket and a blade sword in the future against your...
Josh is going like, shling, shling, shooting straight back, landing in trash cans.
All right, if we're pitting these together right off the bat, 3 of them stand out. The other one does not.
Let's get rid of Yondu's arrow.
3 of them do stand out. 1 of them definitely does not.
Yeah,
I'm talking about this one.
Yondu's arrow.
What? This one doesn't hold up to these other 3. I'm giving you this. That's a freaking cool gun.
Yeah, but we've seen this thing's capabilities.
Okay, when it comes down to it, this is just like a regular shoulder cannon laser gun.
Shoulder
It was
cannon.
cool because they presented it cool in the film.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing special about this gun.
There's nothing super special or iconic
It
about
gets
it.
the job done, which is why it's here up
Yeah.
to the last 4. But there's nothing special that
Plus,
beats out
look at
laser
that
sword,
picture.
Laser
hand
sword.
pistol.
Check out that picture.
It's
That's
sick.
super
See,
dope.
it's a bit blurry, but
Honestly, if we were talking about better helmet, best helmet,
Best
that would
helmet?
win. I would think that would
Okay.
win over Yondu.
Oh, like Star-Lord's,
we're doing outfit. and
Star-Lord's
helmet.
helmet versus this helmet. This helmet's cooler.
Yeah.
We might, if we do best outfit or something,
We have-
you might see this come back.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
It'll have to be on Wyatt, but this needs to go, I think.
I'll give it a farewell, Don West.
Thanks for entertaining us during this episode.
Yeah. You womanizer.
You beautiful man. All right, guys. This is kind of
How
getting
you
to a hard
doing?
pick.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
I personally want to eliminate Darth Maul
I was going to say Darth Maul.
because I don't want us
I'm
to.
saying Yondu's arrow.
I don't want us to be picking just essentially a Sith Lord. We already have the ship.
If we pick Yondu's arrow, then we are picking that, though.
No, Yondu's not. Yondu has a super cool thing.
But that arrow is basically a Sith Lord weapon.
if we're being honest, aren't we all leaning towards Yondu's arrow?
No, I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I'm seriously.
Okay,
gonna
get
argue
rid of
for
this.
Decker's handgun.
All right, well, we're getting rid of Darth Maul, but we cannot be serious. These 2 weapons matched up.
Let's
Both sick.
I'd
AF.
rather have a pistol
let's
than an
hold
arrow.
on. But let's think about the character in the future.
Okay.
The kind of character.
Someone who I would imagine in the Executor class Superstar Destroyer, it's going to be someone with a weapon like this, not this.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally see a cool leader adventurer character with this pistol.
why your men could kill you faster with their weapons than if you had this weapon.
We haven't even discussed what kind of world we're living in here.
That's true.
Okay?
I think
It's a world with the Star Destroyer.
Is this like a world with? It has to be like space, like galaxy world. But I say
The weapon we
Rick
choose-
Sanchez's planet that he uses to take a poop in. That's the world we're living
The
in.
weapon we choose, I feel like, is sort of going to define the weapons that exist in this universe. If we choose Decker's dirty, gritty, boss handgun,
Then we get to keep
We're basically
that
then
consistent.
then we are
Then we're basically Mad Maxing space.
Yeah.
no
Or Blade Runner.
Do not
No,
do not
a Blade
compare
Runner.
Blade Runner to Mad
No.
Max.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's gonna have that dark and dirty vibe.
It's gonna have a more
Space
futuristic
cowboy.
space
Cowboy.
not cowboy.
Western.
No, this is in no way a cowboy or western gun.
Did you watch that new Blade Runner?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
It was.
Did you
interesting.
just watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
It was long. It was interesting. We're having guns that are sort of a mix between what
Yeah,
we know
I'm leaning towards the gun.
and
Well, I don't
and
know
the
what
future.
your
Does this
Looking
mean
at
we're
me.
modifying the kind of guns that are literally attached to? Because regular bullets can't fire in space.
Yeah, they can.
Lasers have to.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw Han Solo stick his arm out into space and fire his weapon?
Yeah.
Never.
But there are guns on the outside of the ship.
Are you saying that this will kill you less good than a laser gun?
Okay, what my thought? I skipped over a thought and didn't process it out loud. Does this mean we have to make shift and change the actual style of weapons that are attached to the ship
No.
to fit this world?
No.
Because if we did that, then you can't shoot kind of real bullets into space.
No, we could-
It's a different kind of weapon. There's different kind of weapons all over.
But he's shooting a physical thing out a barrel.
Yeah, so are the guns.
The lasers are like rays of energy.
It's called a blaster bolt.
A blaster bolt.
It is called a blaster bolt. So it is some
Bolt.
sort of something.
I'm going with the gun over the arrow.
Are we okay?
Yes, we are.
So
It's 2 against 1, my
either
guy.
Yondu's arrow, or who's Harrison Ford's character,
Decker.
or Decker's handgun. in Blade
Yondu's
Runner.
arrow is not my pick. I don't know why I said it like that.
I've done this before.
I've done this a lot.
I'm doing it again. I just wanted to argue for Decker.
I know. That's
I would, in reality, choose the arrow.
What? No, I'm going for the pistol.
I was in reality going to choose the arrow because
just for the
my
record,
first pick,
I'm not on board with this gun.
I swear, you
my
guys
very
are always
first-
against me. On
my
this side of
very
the table.
first pick for the sci-fi weapons that I was going to put in my list
was the cricket. Let's
was
bring that back.
Yondu's arrow.
Was that your first pick?
That was my very first pick.
And I snatched it up first.
You know what my very second pick was?
The cricket.
What?
Decker's handgun.
Nuh-uh.
When
So you
when
crafted
claimed
this.
when you claimed Yondu's arrow, I was like, guess I'm going with Decker's handgun.
And they're gonna be the last two on the
There
board.
last two. That wasn't my goal for the whole thing. That's just how it worked out. But I think I would end up. Yondu's arrow is more efficient.
For the wreck, Joshua, what do you think? Do
And
you
it's
really
way
think
cooler.
Yondu's arrow is not as good as the gun?
I'm not saying it's not as good of a weapon, but I just would rather. I'm envisioning this guy being like an explorer with like a sick pistol.
Sick
what?
pistol?
What you want him to be
Yeah.
like an adventure explorer type character with like
Yondu
an arrow?
Yondu did it pretty well.
That's more of like a. No, he was not an explorer. He was
The Ravagers.
Yeah, they were
space pirates.
Yeah, they're not explorers.
They were space pirates.
No, they were
explorers
smugglers. They were
and
smugglers.
Adventurers.
They were smugglers.
And
They were
cool
smugglers.
dudes. They weren't
No,
smugglers.
they did jobs for money, and they
They're
they were
space explorers.
No, they were like smugglers and ravagers.
I think they were ravagers, pirates, and they did some things for pay if it paid really well. That's what I'm saying. They're essentially pirates or /
we are
privateers
not
of
saying
space.
we are not saying that Yondu is
The
our character. We're saying that
Yeah.
our
The
character
character is
has
going to have
I
the
know.
whistle arrow.
Yeah.
I know,
and
but
he's gonna have something poking out of his head, probably. It could be sideways. Like,
Why
what if
don't
it was,
we
like going this way?
poke it out of
Like
his
the
nose?
dude from Star Wars,
Yeah,
Lobot,
yeah. I don't know.
the really
Why you
lame,
giggling?
you know, from
Giggling at
you guys
himself.
know
Oh, yeah.
Lobot. You guys
Wait.
know Lobot from Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, how about
you
this?
know when
I got you.
when Lando goes
Not
beep,
that.
boop, beep, and he goes,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Not that. Friggin' this.
yeah,
Maybe it would go into the
No, I
stomach.
want it to be.
maybe
What's the? Well, I know I've lost his name.
glasses.
Star
from
Trek.
LeVar Burton.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy on Star Trek glasses, LeVar Burton. Yes.
the
Geordie
red.
LaForge.
Okay.
His
Yes.
name is Geordie LaForge.
So, Joshua, we need to kind of be slightly unanimous on this.
Josh does bring out a good point. Cool adventure with the sick weapon.
But this is a sick weapon that also can be. In
But
the hands of
I
an
wanted
adventurer.
a pistol, or I wanted like a sword on his back, and
See,
he's like
this is
walking
the
in
kind
with a
of
sword. You're like, okay, imagine a guy walking into a bar, and he pulls out a sword and starts slashing. Would that not be sick?
All right, we got another segment to get to. We have
Okay.
to freaking. All right, this weapon
I'm
commands
being-
respect,
I'm being.
but it's not weapon forward.
I think the most unique weapon of everything we've seen is probably Yondu's arrow. It is
Yeah.
the coolest weapon.
Pick it then. I'm
It is-
outgunned, but
You're out arrowed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
come on, my guy.
without further ado, we have, in our opinion, what very
Don't
well
blow that up. It's too blurry.
might be. They can't see it from way back there. What very well might be the coolest sci-fi weapon of all time, Yondu's
It
arrow.
is so cool.
So
Mm. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Avengers as our
No, we're not.
This is
Okay.
just the weapon.
This is just the weapon.
And they have apparently a Star Destroyer.
They do have a
Okay.
Star Destroyer.
All right, we got to get back to. We're doing
Yeah.
a new segment, guys.
Wouldn't it be
Real
sick
quick.
to see Yondu on a Star
Audience. All right,
Destroyer? New
So-
segment.
I want to do a segment
Mhm.
to
Real
kind of
quick.
end us off.
Yeah.
Yep.
End us off with a good old smile. Came up with this idea. Want
Yeah.
to roll with it. See if it makes us chuckle.
Mhm.
I want us to react to a couple memes.
Yeah.
Why it's a strong memer.
I do like memes.
I'm not
we'll
so
be
much a
talking,
meme guy,
and
but-
he'll be like looking at me at his phone, and I'll say something. He'll be like,
Because I
and-
can't think when there's a good meme in front
exactly. So I thought, while we're doing the podcast, let's put some memes in front of us.
Meme.
Yeah.
We'll read them out loud because I doubt you'll be able to read some of them from the big screen, but you'll be able to see the pictures at least.
Mhm.
So I came up with 3, not super strong. First time doing this, by the way.
of me. Yeah.
And I wouldn't
we'll
say
get
I've been
better.
memeing for years.
Well, we were trying to do topic related memes, right?
Yeah, well, if there's sci-fi related memes.
Sci-fi related.
All right.
I chose in world from weapons I picked.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So you got more specific.
Mhm.
All right.
Specific,
So
but different.
first one. This one just made me chuckle.
Yeah, you don't have to be alone anymore.
Okay, so
Right.
this says, "Join me, Ben. You
So-
don't have to be alone anymore." And he says, "But Ray, I've always been solo." And he's got the
It's kind of- that's
Oh
so
my
bad.
gosh.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
It's so bad. It's almost good.
That's what I'm saying. It makes me laugh. I looked at it and I was like, ugh. And then I went to pee and I kept
And then he
thinking I
started
said in my
thinking about-
head and I started going like,
So
Ben
dumb.
Solo.
Please move on.
All right. Let's see if this one's better. 2010 movie goers.
Goers.
Inception is too confusing. Tenant.
Very true.
Okay.
This
Tenant's
is a
a
very
way
true
more
movie.
confusing
Oh gosh.
movie than Inception. If you
Oh,
thought
gosh.
Inception was hard, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Difficult. I mean, Joshua's got a mind of a 5-year-old. All right.
I never claimed it's not.
This one was from the trailer of Dune. They made a meme from it. I don't know how strong it is, but let's see.
Okay.
All right, it's kind of dark, but they're saying, "What's in the box?" And it says "pain," and then it's
Scott's Tots.
Scott's Tots episode from The Office. Which across the board, everyone's afraid of watching that episode.
Yeah, I skip it every time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It made me chuckle. It made me laugh. Do you remember Scott's Tots episode?
Yeah, that one hurt. That's funny.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. Did I do a good meme on this one?
You did a good meme.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
You did the meme game.
All right. So let's go to Wyatt's. You got two of them, I think.
I do too.
Explain this one and read it
So
first.
in the movie Blade Runner, which is what Decker's pistol is from, this character is always at the end he's dying. Replicants only live for about 4 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's at the end of his life, and so it's this big emotional thing, and he says, "I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. I watched a man turn himself into a pickle." And actually, now I think about it, at the bottom he usually says it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Reference to the Rick and Morty pickle meme.
Yeah.
Pickle
You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
that's that one.
All right. I wish I saw the movie before we started this episode.
Yeah.
Probably would have helped. All
Helped
right.
if you watch a lot of things.
Last one. Okay. What a predator sees after chasing me
for 12. So if you don't know, Predator has heat vision.
Okay.
You see my joint? This one here where he's like,
just winded. And the little nod of the head,
all the heat in the joints, so bad lower back.
These predators just like, what the fuck? Friggin' it's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh. That's actually
I picked this one. I laughed for a good 10 seconds.
That's a good meme.
Good meme.
Whew,
Good meme.
That was solid.
I didn't have
It's a
any.
good find.
I didn't bring any to the table this week.
It's okay.
I kind of like that.
That's fun.
It ends us off on a good laugh.
Yeah. So
Did you laugh?
No. Not
What
at
the
all.
heck?
I
Man?
didn't download the laugh track to my
Cerebral cortex
this week.
computer chip.
But thanks for joining us. Check us out. We got Midnight Special on. Are we gonna go to that?
Just did.
Ooh,
Wait, what?
flawless.
The Midnight Special. Yes, the one with all the where they can find it.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh,
no,
I don't
Midnight
have one of
Special's-
those yet. Sorry.
Midnight Special is on Spotify only, but
Spotify. And
not the midnight. Just on Spotify.
Apple's.
Just the
podcast.
midnight.
This is the midnight special.
Just on.
It's not just on Spotify, is it?
Yeah.
It's
Really?
Spotify exclusive.
No. It's
Audio.
on everything audio. We just don't have a video version of it that would be on
Yeah,
YouTube.
and it's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Stitcher,
and
all the
iHeartRadio
things.
and
podcast.
yeah, Google Podcasts. It's out there.
It's on the stuff.
Go find it. It comes out every Friday night at 10.
And you can find links to like all of our social media and the podcast channel and the studio channel on Wiseworks Films.
Yeah.
.com. And we have a fun midnight special coming out Friday. It was me and Joshua talking to Seth during kind of a big moment in his life.
That's not this week.
Yes,
that was
it is.
last week.
Was it?
That was. Well,
Check out freaking last week's
episode.
midnight special if you haven't already. It was really cool. We
Yeah.
talked to Seth. Anyways,
Thanks for
we
watching.
love you. We love you the same way that Wyatt.
No, we did that last time.
We love you the same
We
way.
love
that
you the same way that
Winnie the
Josh
Pooh-
likes.
Oh.
That Josh loves the ex-wife.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
a
some
good,
reason.
committed to
weapon.
no for no
He
reason.
committed to it.
I committed.
I respect that.
I'm married to the ex-wife.
Next
Have a good
week,
night.